Hey everybody, what's up? We're just getting started over here. I'm gonna be watching this whole 40-minute video, baby. I'm just gonna tweet the link out and then we're gonna talk for a second and then we're gonna watch the video. Watch the video! I've never been more anxious in my life, honestly. To watch a video on YouTube.com, never in my life. Oh wow, 105 people are immediately here. That's hilarious. Uh, so I have finished like a 7-page video about Tati's video Bye Sister. I'm just actually going to go into the details for you guys because I feel like not everybody knows the deal. So I'm going to say it all. So around a year ago, maybe a year and a half now, Tati Westbrook, the person in the video right here, made a video where she accused James Charles of various things. The most important kind of being the fact that he sponsored a competing vitamin company. But the other thing, the thing that's actually important to us, is that she accused him of being a sexual predator, trying to trick a straight waiter of being gay. She claimed that he used his fame and power and money to get people to perform sexual favors for him. The entire video had extremely homophobic undertones, and it's the topic of my next video. Not the homophobic undertones, it's not that, but what's the word for it? So, the deal is, this video, where she's going to presumably apologize for making those completely unfounded, homophobic, slanderous accusations. Thanks for the subscription, by the way. Holy shit. Oh, little fireworks. This is going to be an apology, and I've heard some shit about this video, and I'm extremely anxious that it's going to destroy my other video. So we're going to watch it together because I can't handle this alone. I tried to watch this video 3 separate times and failed to do so each time because I was too nervous. So, let's get started. Let's get started.
It's been a long time coming for me to share with you some very, very important things. And I am going to be reading from what is approved by my legal team. So I am, once I start getting into what I need to share with you.
Sorry about the, what's going on here? I thought it was good and then it became bad. Okay, we good now? It's good now. Okay. Hey, everybody. Oh, wow, we have a lot of viewers here. Thought Slime's here? Okay. I now understand that I could just become a drama channel and things would be way better. Okay.
With you guys today, what I feel is important to share with you. I won't be deviating, and it's at the advice of my legal counsel. So there's so much going on YouTube and in the world, and Can I just
start this by pointing out that this is the best lit scene I have ever seen in my entire life. I have never seen a woman better lit than this gorgeous, Renaissance portrait. She must have a studio set up, and, she's extremely rich. This is Tati Westbrook, for those who don't know. I can't explain this again. Whatever. But she looks so crystal and clear. I feel like if I was going to make a video like this, I would at least try to de-glam a little bit. I'm just gonna keep playing. Sorry about that. Stupid point.
First off, I do want to request something. Actually, before that, I just want to tell you that I missed you guys. A lot. And I'm sorry that you haven't seen me in a while. And I'm hoping that this video clears up a lot of the reasons why I felt I could not be online over the past couple of months. I've missed making videos and I've missed you so much. But I do want to ask anyone watching this that believes in anything higher than themselves, that believes in any higher power, all higher power.
Oh, I want to point something out right now. This is for me to watch it. It's not going to be a really great rebuttal video. This is so I can watch this video. So we're all mostly going to be quietly watching this together. Additionally, she actually just told us to pray for what exactly? What is she telling us to pray for? What is she telling us to pray for? Okay.
The root of love. And I am a woman of faith, and I've been praying every day over this event, scandal, whatever you want to name it. And I just ask that you press pause for a moment and even just for 10 seconds, just cover this.
All right, you guys heard it. 10, pray to your God. 9, 8, 7, are you praying yet? 6, are you praying for Tati? 5, Tati needs your support right now. 4, please, God, pray for Tati and her homophobic slander.
Oh, thank God I didn't miss it.
3, 2, are you praying? 1. All right, back to the video. Hey, Jack, what's up?
I'm doing good. I'm just sort of vibing.
Mm-hmm.
And now I get to enjoy this.
This is 270 viewers. It's so funny.
In prayer, because there is so much healing.
So I see you're
that needs
profiting
to
off
take
of this as
place.
well.
True.
There was a lot of injustice, and there's a lot of truth that needs to come forward, but it is not going to be easy, and it's very painful. And I don't wish harm or hate on anyone, and I just want to make that very, very clear. I'm an imperfect person, and I do my best to be caring, kind, and loving, and I screw up, and I make bad choices. And I think that we all right now, we go online and it's really easy to make terrible choices, even with how you cast a vote on your what your opinion is of someone's, news story, or, whatever is going on in the world, or just anything you see in the media right now. Be mindful. We're made to feel like we have to follow the herd. And there are so many AI bots.
I think it's so strange that she's positioning this as some kind of a general, cultural phenomenon. It's
kind of a motivational video.
Yeah,
it's
we don't.
Like a spiritual.
She literally reminds me of Logan Paul talking about Maverick merchandise and how you can break the universe or something, yeah. Dent the universe.
Yeah, I think this event has really reminded us of the ways that we interact with our makeup brands and our competitors. It's really reminded all of us of that.
Thank you, Edgar. Dent the universe. Amazing that she tells me that I don't have to follow the herd. Okay, how dare she? Is my reaction. Okay.
And accounts that aren't even real,
have you done like a
that influence your opinion on whatever narrative is out there.
I did. Do you guys? Okay. Do you feel like I should do it again, or do you guys know the sitch?
Do it in a noise, a single sound. Yeah. People get the idea.
People are saying do it again. A lot of people saying do it again. Okay.
I'll time you. I'll give you a minute.
Around 1.5 years ago, Tati Westbrook made a video called "Bye Sister," in which she canceled James Charles. The seemingly main reason why she canceled him was because he supported an other company's hair vitamin brand over her hair vitamin brand, which was like the last straw in his perceived betrayals against her. But in that video, the far more important claim that the internet glommed onto was that James Charles was a sexual predator. He tried to trick a straight waiter into being gay, and more importantly, he used his money, fame, and power to threaten people to perform sexual favors for him. Neither of these claims have thus far been substantiated in any way, and in fact, the claim that he tricked a straight waiter into being gay is provably false. The waiter's name is Sam. He made a video where it's very, extremely clear that James Charles did not predate on him in any way. Okay, that's a pretty, I think I did a great job just then.
You did.
Thank you.
Good. It was 1.5 minutes. But
damn it.
It's okay.
Oh, and her constant reiteration of the fact that people's sexualities are not for James to crack, and that it's extremely wrong that he talks about being into straight boys is extremely homophobic for obvious reasons. I just want to make that clear. Okay.
Is that all he did? He just said that he was attracted to straight guys?
He said that he was... No, I mean, supposedly he also used his money, fame, and power to threaten people to perform sexual favors.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
Me feeling really heartbroken. If enough people have one opinion about something, it feels like the masses turn the tide really quickly. And I've witnessed that, and I feel like I've experienced that with my own scandal, but it's even worse, like stepping back from the picture and not being like so close up to it and actually stepping back. And with all of the sadness going on in the world, you see how quickly the tides turn. And I just want to inspire you guys, or just empower you actually to...
This actually reminds me a great deal of her Bi Sister video insofar as she just refused to get to any kind of point ever. I'm sorry, this is going to take 3 hours. I have to be okay with that. She just continues to talk. Like, the main thesis of both this video and the last one is that Tati is a good person. That is the central claim around which every other claim, the fulcrum around which the video functions. Wow, a new subscriber. Thank you so much. Miro Blight. Okay, sorry.
Look further into yourself and your own opinions and don't follow the herd.
Well, it being
follow
40 minutes long makes it look like there's 40 minutes worth of dirt.
I thought I was following mine, but I was listening to the wrong people. So if you can take anything from this, it's listen to your heart first, and always, and don't bend on that. I feel like sometimes we're afraid to be ourselves in this world. Like, our freedom of speech is expanded in areas and limited in others, because the second that someone jumps and disagrees, it feels like so many jump with that, and you feel voiceless and afraid to speak up. And I think that's a scary part of the world right now, that some of the good is suppressed and voiceless. And I'm not here for that, and I want to speak as much of my truth as I legally am permitted to do. And so I'm going to share what I can, and I love you all so much, and I'm grateful for anyone that has come here to hear my experience of 2019. So, talking publicly about a wound in my heart that I don't think will ever fully heal is not something I ever wanted to do. I avoided it, even though I felt the heaviness of so much disappointment. Until today, I made no comment.
One thing I do like presentation-wise to this is, like, you can see there's editing, so it is edited, but she'll leave in these, like, long sighs of just, like, exasperation, just so she can be like, just so people know exactly how upset I am about this.
I think it's interesting. So somebody in the comment, in the chat, just said, literally reading a script. I actually think that's a beautiful and good thing that she's doing that. That's what a normal person does when they're making ridiculous accusations. But I don't understand. It's actually interesting because script reading is a bit of a faux pas in this community, as is evidenced by the chat that you all just read. It's a very common refrain to say that somebody is less authentic because they're reading a script. I am reading a script right now, so Been interesting.
Yeah. That's what Pro Jared did, and he's the
Effort
most
to
normal
move through
person in the
this with
world.
What's happening?
dignity.
What?
Big Tati. I think I just accidentally made Tati big for a second. 1 sec.
She's become too powerful.
All right, we good again. Am I not seeing all the? Am I alert? Oh, the alert's not on. I feel like bad because I don't think I'm seeing people doing things that are nice to me. Anyway, sorry this is taking so long. By the way.
It would take
The
very
reality
long.
is,
Oh,
every
yeah,
day
right.
I've struggled quietly trying to rebuild my now poisoned reputation. The heartbreak that was born from the scandal still lingers, and I feel
Load up
it
that
won't
vape.
ever have the opportunity to completely heal until I uncover the truth from all parties involved and their motivation of it all. For over a year now, every time the scandal is revisited, either in the mainstream media or through social platforms, I become the #1 target of relentless hate while remaining voiceless. I've lost over a year of my life terrified of social media and terrified of speaking up against the people that used, coerced, and manipulated me into uploading my video in May of last year. As a result, the damage to my health, relationships, reputation, business, and general well-being have been enormous. The platform that I love, this platform that saved my life and that changed my life, has become toxic, and what it needs now more than ever are peacemakers. We need to find our way back to the beginning through forgiveness and leading with love. We need to rebuild a safe place to escape again. Our world seems to be falling apart all around us, so the last thing you need me to do is fuel more hate by releasing my receipts and voice memos. But I know many of you are needing some answers,
Potty, save the pots. Whoa, we
as
got our
well
goal
as a
thing.
long
What's
overdue
happening?
apology for the role that I played.
What's going on?
I think you made it to partner. I don't know.
Really?
Also,
Oh.
by the way, these are my words. I did write this, and this is from my heart, but I am being careful here, and I think you guys understand why. Back in December 2019, after Shane and Jeffrey's series ended, James Charles came to my LA home, and we compared DMs, texts, and stories about what had happened behind the scenes. We apologized to each other, forgave each other, and agreed to wait patiently until it was safe for me to share my story. Since that night, James Charles has repeatedly said that he wanted to be beside me.
I'm unironically extremely... Wow, all these subs. What's going on, guys? What's happening? I don't know what's happening. Okay, unironically, this thing, 7 minutes in, I am more stressed out than I've ever been in my fucking life watching this. What is
Get that
she...
vape down, yeah.
I know, I'm just sucking on a vape right now. I'm freaking out. She just seems to be spouting gibberish. I don't know what she's talking about.
Just let it go.
Okay, just gotta let it go.
That's what Tati's video's
this
about,
video.
is our ability to let it go and to,
Be a good Christian, I
be
guess.
mindful.
Do we need another 10 seconds of prayer?
I think we need another prayer. One second.
I'm gonna play the video.
But I felt it was important that I do it alone. Because he deserves my first apology.
Who?
And I am really sorry, James.
Oh.
And I've said that privately, but I want you to hear it publicly.
She's
sorry.
already apologized publicly for this, just so you know. This has already happened.
To
This is
provide
just
some
a
context,
deja vu
it's
situation.
important for you to know that I love James
But
Charles.
at the time, she was voiceless.
He has a
True.
special place
Now
in
she
my
has a
heart,
voice.
and that never changed, even when I was hurt. I promised my dad I wasn't gonna cry.
Fuck your dad.
I've been trying to feel... Can't do this. I've been trying to feel strong enough to do this video because I want to feel strong.
She's gonna clip you saying "fuck."
I
your
don't
dad.
feel
It's gonna say, look at the hate that I've received.
One thing I've been trying to do
Like I'm
on
able to
stream,
talk about
like
any
on
of
my
this
off time, is learning how to
without
cry
getting
on
emotional.
cue for this series. I think it should be fun.
so
I really want to try to do it.
forgive my
Start a video with
emotions.
tears.
Everybody.
This is really
It's
difficult
been a long
stuff.
time coming.
I was always more of a mentor than a friend to James Charles. I was someone he could lean on if he needed advice. He came into my life after he had sent me a tweet in 2016, and I met him in person for the first time at a Generation Beauty event in New York. Not long after that, his CoverGirl deal was made public, and he was off to the races. I was a proud friend, and I wanted nothing but good things for him. A few months later, he was a guest at my
Don't
wedding,
like this
where he
video?
did my makeup for my wedding day. It's still my favorite memory of us, as it was a gift getting to know him before all of the success. James Charles has made his fair share of mistakes and has been in scandals.
Like what,
We all
Tati?
have, but
What
I
did
always
he
believed
do?
in him, as he had a rare ability to improve himself
This
through
has
any
such a
situation.
strong vibe of like
In the past,
being
if
at
I was
church
upset,
and they're
it
reading
never
from
lasted
the
long.
scripture.
He is gifted with turning pain into strength, and I've always admired that. However, prior to the scandal last May, I'd started growing frustrated with what I perceived as a progressing
Please be
sense of
seated.
entitlement, and I felt that he was making some detrimental choices that could jeopardize his career and safety. None of my concerns became overwhelming until after I met Shane Dawson.
Let's get back
When
into
I made
it.
my video, I expressed my opinions about James
Shame
Charles's
time.
behavior.
Chapter 2.
I expressed how much a specific decision he made that I perceived as betrayal hurt me. I was very worried and heartbroken, but I did not lie in that video. I never called James Charles a predator,
You did.
and I never
Okay,
said
okay.
that James Charles was a danger to society.
Okay. She's
Okay, go
right.
on.
She
Let it
technically
loose.
didn't say that James Charles was, quote, a predator. What she did say was that he blackmailed people with his power, fame, and money so that they would perform sexual favors for him, which is known in other circles as being a rapist. She accused James Charles of being a rapist. It's not complicated. It's not confusing. She claimed that he trapped people in rooms. She accused him of everything you think she accused him of. And I hate, even in ContraPoints' video, she gave Tati this plausible deniability that she did not accuse him of this stuff, but she absolutely did. Okay, all right.
Was it of being like predator, like trying to pressure people, or like outright saying he did force people to do things?
She said that he's used his power, threatened to destroy people if they didn't perform sexual favors for him.
Okay.
I'm not
Technically, that isn't threatening. That isn't claiming that he did, like, he made the actions happen, but just that he threatened them.
I would call that rape. I would call that being a sexual predator.
Yeah.
That personally, I don't know.
No, I'm gonna stand up for Tati on this one. No, I don't.
Sorry, people keep saying set it to 1.5 speed. Guys, I'm not gonna do that. Okay.
1.25.
My video was not
I have to watch it to. I have to watch the video, gang.
Okay.
Gang.
made with any malice. I did not publicly air any of the horrific accusations that were being made behind the scenes. While I was definitely upset that he had accepted a sponsorship from the biggest rival to my brand, Halo Beauty, I did not make my video because of vitamins. I made it as a result of all of the poisonous lies that were fed to me by Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star. James Charles's Sugar Bear Hair sponsorship and all of the drama that had kicked up afterwards, that was just my breaking point.
Ad? There's an ad in this video?
Hello, everyone. We've got our big end of quarter deadline coming up at the end of this month. And we
I wonder
sure
how many
could
ad breaks there are. Oh, it's Joe.
Yes, I'm a grown woman.
Haven't seen Joe in a
I'm
while.
smart.
Ad
The
one of
I
those,
was
absolute
by the
about
way.
to
There's
see
two
the
ads.
audacity.
manipulation a mile away,
There's two ads.
but my
in this
guard was
video.
down from being heartbroken, and I allowed myself
Wait, and
to
how-
be worked
how
by
far into the
Shane,
video are you?
Jeffree, and others.
11 minutes. She put an ad in her video where she. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Now, in fairness, a 40-minute video, I think you can have up to 4 ad breaks. You can see she only put 2 in there, so that is, you know.
We've gotten a lot of subs here. Jesus Christ, what's going on here? Whatever.
After my video went up, I was never served a lawsuit or any cease and desist letters. I only privated my video at the request of YouTube because YouTube said it was a bad look for their platform.
Lol.
James,
What?
I am so sorry that I allowed myself to be poisoned and weaponized against you. I'm sorry
Wait,
that I bought
YouTube
into
said it
any
was
of
a
their
bad
lies.
look?
Could not believe
Believing those lies and allowing myself to be
YouTube said it's a
gaslit
bad
into
look to
making
have
that
what, the
video
Buy
is one of the
Sister video?
biggest regrets of my life.
What did they tell her?
I should have tried harder to reach you over those concerns in person. And I'm sorry for giving up on you. The information they were giving me was terrifying. I thought your career and freedom were in jeopardy. I was trying to get you to put your phone down and seek help because I was told there were a lot of victims that were going to come forward to destroy you.
Wait, she was trying to help his career?
I don't know.
I was foolish for believing them.
Sorry.
I was scared. I thought if I called you out, you would put your phone down and stop the detrimental behavior I was being made to believe was true. James, I apologize for uploading that video. I should have known better than to fall for their lies and manipulation, but in the end, I failed. And instead, I allowed Shane and Jeffrey to put a wedge between our friendship. Jeffree Star first contacted me early in his YouTube career wanting to meet. But it wasn't until 2017 that we started speaking. I knew that Jeffrey had had a lot of drama in his past, but when he came to me, he presented himself as someone who had changed and was trying to be better. I saw his pain and I felt that I could be a positive influence. As time went on, I learned that being friends with Jeffree Star was like being friends with a lion. Yes, he may have been dangerous, but he was always really kind to me. From time to time, I would see improvements, which were followed by setbacks thereafter, but overall, I thought he was growing as a person. And again, I thought I could be a good example for him.
One thing that I'm genuinely curious about is if she's ever going to address more than the fact that she made these accusations, the fact that she made them particularly in tandem with makeup, with vitamin drama, and that she made them extraordinarily homophobically. I legitimately wonder if she's going to take any responsibility for any of the things she did or said. I don't know why I'm mad at this woman. I don't get it, but it's like, I wonder.
Well, I'm curious what exactly Jeffrey did, what he said.
So Jeffrey sort of ran this abusive hate campaign against James Charles. He started messaging his friends and family about how could they love this predator. Apparently, there's some voice memo that Blair White talked about where where James Charles was actually proven to be a predator. Not that we've ever heard it, not that we have any understanding of what that situation might be, but Jeffree Star made a concerted effort to destroy James Charles's life. I mean, there's no denying that. Anyway.
That sounds like something a lion would do.
True. Who is the unidentified caller? That's Jack Saint. He has a YouTube channel too.
I even tried to get him involved with my favorite charity.
God damn it.
Diverting from script. P.S. I am going to be speaking on my real life.
I'm getting a request for trans rights.
More freely, I hope, in the future and the things that I think are important. I have participated in this charity for years on end now.
What is happening?
I love their work, and I
think Tati's an extremely bad person.
If I could
genuinely believe that.
Jeffrey somehow into, like,
I think she's a sincerely terrible,
being a role model or
person.
feeling like a role model, that
opinion.
could be really empowering to him. And when you empower someone to feel good about feeling good, it will help them change. And if you just tear someone down,
she's 39.
No change. So I did try to get him involved with my favorite charity, Spirit Awakening Foundation, which helps at-risk kids that had found themselves in legal trouble but are trying to change their lives for the better. My intentions with Jeffrey were good, but I was a fool for thinking that I could ever help him become a better person.
I have to watch your Gordon Ramsay
Which brings me
video,
back
Jack.
to another long overdue apology.
I hope you enjoy it.
Jackie Ina. Jackie, the moment that Jeffrey went off on you, The day before my first video collab with him.
Again, I don't
went
think there's
live.
anything wrong with her reading a script.
I
That's
should
what a
have run
person
for the
should do.
hills.
You know what? I do think there's not anything wrong with her reading a script. I do think it's disingenuous for her to cry while doing it. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't... She's written this. Why is she weeping right now?
The thing is, she has the plausible deniability where she could be genuinely really upset right now while reading the script. That would be like alien behavior to me. But,
Right.
you know, like theoretically, she could just be like continuously upset, just perpetually upset about this.
Okay. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe.
I was naive. I was excited about the video. I got it twisted that you had provoked Jeffrey because you were angry that I had filmed with someone who had a history of being labeled by others as a racist. Jackie, I'm sorry that I did not do the right thing and walk away from him then. I should have not been blind to the reasons behind the accusations of his racism.
What were your reasons?
I shouldn't have defended him, and I regret any of the pain that I may have caused you.
So Jeffrey's racist?
I don't know.
And for the record, loud and clear, I've always liked you, and I've always enjoyed you, every interaction that we've had face to face. And I let you down. And I am so genuinely sorry for that. In 2018, I saw from the sidelines what happened in Dramageddon 1 with Manny, Laura, Gabriel, and Nikita. That should have been to me some big red flag of what happens when Jeffrey is unhappy with someone. But for some twisted sense of civic duty, I thought it was my responsibility to stay in Jeffrey's life and try to help him become a better person. When Shane Dawson's first series with Jeffrey happened, from all outside appearances, it looked like Jeffrey was actually changing for the better. He was accepting responsibility for things that had happened in his past, and he was pledging to be a better person. I believed him again.
I don't think she believes what she's saying. I'll say that.
During those first 2 years of knowing Jeffrey, it's important to note that
I don't really know what it means to believe what you're saying when what you're saying is like nothing. It's like she believes what she's saying. Like, I mean, she's just saying gibberish. I mean, I guess she truly believes that she's a really great person and this all happened to her. That's a really convenient thing for her to believe.
Yeah, that she is like the victim of being misled in some way, and that's the only reason that people are upset at her is because of things that she was misled about.
I guess what I mean to say is maybe she thinks she believes it, but there's a dire inauthenticity here. Like there's she's phony. I'm sorry.
Well, okay,
sorry,
again, I don't mean to psychoanalyze, but it seems like the sense I'm getting is that like she's upset because she has this image of herself as being like a good moral person, and then everyone hates her because of something she did.
Right.
So she's like, "Oh no, they must be misunderstanding me so much."
Yeah,
I've done
I mean,
a bad job. You know?
I believe it. God. I'm actually not, like, my videos about this are not just going to be like, fuck Tati Westbrook, just to be clear. They're not going to be like a drama video.
Upload this pod instead.
But, okay.
That we did not actually spend much time together. I was invited a few times to go to his home, but I usually declined. On the 2 occasions that I did go to his home, I did not stay long because I don't smoke marijuana and I just don't like to be around it. Likewise, he came to my home on a few occasions, and he also did not stay long. So the vast majority of our relationship was primarily by FaceTime, telephone, or texts. Sometimes weeks or months would go by without hearing anything from him, but I always heard from him when he was involved in drama or when he had a new launch about to happen. Though I recognized this pattern, any suspicion that I had of being used was clouded by the hope that he actually cared for me and that I was a positive influence in his life. As a result, I usually would take his snarky statements about others with a grain of salt. One thing that he did that did concern me a lot was how he would frequently comment about how much dirt he held on other brand owners and members of our YouTube community. I believe that he actually held blackmail material on many people and was capable of destroying the entire community. This worried me about him, and I stayed and I tried my best to be a positive influence. My opinion, he's gonna go off, guys, and I don't think anyone,
Crack a brewski here.
I don't think he will hold back, and I think we need to be prepared to understand that we need to forgive the people that he is holding hostage with veiled threats of exposure. We need to be prepared to forgive them.
No.
Otherwise, this won't stop.
No. We have to hate Jeffree Star for holding them hostage with things that he should have said before. If he has reason to make accusations, moral accusations against people, we have reason to fucking hate him for taking that as the prime time for blackmailing people. What we don't necessarily have to do is forgive them for the things that Jeffree reveals about them. That's crazy. Okay. All right.
We need to know also what those things
So
even are.
prepare
Right?
to-
Exactly. We can't just be like, we can't carte blanche it just because Jeffree Star said it. That makes no sense. And it really speaks to the way that responsibility, like a language of responsibility, has here been like utterly replaced with just like weird drama words. Very confusing.
Cancel everyone and give them a chance.
I like the plants in the background.
It's not right. It is
Yeah,
not
me
right
too.
to try to trap people into saying things that they wouldn't otherwise say. It's not right.
What did she say? What the hell did she do? I'm sorry. So the fact of the matter is that Jeffree Star so obviously has some weird, I'm guessing, racist shit on Tati. And she's just like, you guys have to forgive me when he does that. Oh my god. I'm almost certain that Tati has pulled some nonsense and that's all she's talking about right now.
Blackface or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Why doesn't she just
I was
post her in
blind.
blackface?
I
She's
know.
so
I
worried
was
about it.
so blind. And I don't want any part of it anymore. None. None. Back in 2019, Jeffree started talking a lot more crap about James Charles than usual. It seemed that doing so had become his biggest obsession. It started with him telling me right before filming our collab together for James Charles's channel that James Charles actually didn't want me there, that he had wanted Nikki tutorials instead, but said he had had my back. Things further escalated at my birthday. Every time James Charles's back was turned, Jeffree would tell me that James Charles was out of control. He even texted and called me the following morning to apologize for James Charles's behavior at my birthday dinner and how embarrassed he was for me. I initially dismissed it as jealousy because James Charles's career was on a rocket ship at the time. But as the weeks went by, every time I saw or spoke with Jeffree, it seemed to me that James was all he wanted to talk about. I even met with Jeffree in his Killer Merch offices in March to discuss Jeffree developing and managing my merch. And as we were touring his warehouse that was filled with Sisters apparel, it seemed that all he could do was speak poorly of James Charles.
Is it Shane's makeup set?
Over the
you
next
have?
few weeks, Jeffree began talking
Yep, I have the conspiracy makeup palette. I can show it to you guys if you want to see it in chat. Do you want to see it?
It's like you have more viewers than average. They probably want to see it.
Do you guys want to see my makeup, my conspiracy palette? I can do it later. I can show it at the end of the video. Okay, for sure. I'll show it to you guys soon. Why would you buy that? I'm making a video about it. The second part of this makeup drama series that I was planning before this became relevant again because I don't want it to be relevant. Okay, sorry. I'm just gonna continue.
He's wearing it right now.
True.
Can't you tell?
to me about how Shane Dawson was a big fan of mine and wanted to meet me, and how I should be involved in their docuseries. Eventually, Shane reached out to me by text and started DMing me on Instagram. Shane said I was the queen of makeup reviews on YouTube, that I was his favorite beauty channel, and he wanted me to teach him all about makeup. I didn't know much about Shane Dawson, I knew that he was viewed as the king of YouTube, and he had done amazing series with Bunny, and I hadn't watched
king
much
of
of anything
YouTube?
else other than
Wait, who's the
Jake
king of
Paul
YouTube?
series,
Shane
Jeffrey?
and
Dawson.
the
Shane
series with
Dawson is-
Jeffrey.
Oh,
In all honesty, I was looking forward to
I
meeting
guess for a
Shane.
certain contingent.
I had actually hoped he would want to help me tell my
A certain
personal
sphere.
story one day
I like
about
the
all
Chuck
the
E.
pain
Cheese
and heartbreak
video.
in my
I've never seen
life
it.
that led me to wanting to
Great.
start my
He
own
goes to
YouTube
Chuck E.
channel
Cheese.
back in 2010.
That's it. That's the whole video.
I wish I had researched him better. I wish I had watched his old videos. I wish I had educated myself and I was aware of his earlier content. All I knew at the time was that Shane Dawson was the most adored documentary filmmaker on YouTube, so I invited him over to my home to play with makeup and to get to know him. Shane came over one afternoon in April and I opened up and shared things that I've only shared with my closest of friends. I shared that I had been the victim of sexual assault. I spoke about my faith and told him how deeply I feel for others. He shared with me that he was an empath and that he could feel all of my pain. He pledged his unending friendship and loyalty to me forever in this life and in the next
Fuck
one.
me.
He told me that God had called me to be a beacon of light for the world
He told her he
so
was an
that it could be a
empath.
better place.
Who can like unironically have
He
a
also
conversation
shared that
about like,
Jeffrey
oh, I
wanted me to have
feel
a
so
small
strongly
role in
for
our
other
docuseries.
humans. I also
The
feel
entire
really strongly
series
for other
was quickly
humans.
changing because there was
Oh my
something
God.
horrible happening in our community with James Charles. He said that James Charles was a monster with many victims. Yes, I knew that Shane was
Are you an
friends with
empath,
Jeffrey
Joel?
and that they were working
yeah.
together, but I thought to myself,
I got that feeling.
why would Shane Dawson, the king of
Empathetically.
truth on YouTube, be turning against James Charles unless these things he was saying were true? Why would Shane sit in my home and spend so many hours telling me these horrific allegations if they were not true? Shane said that James Charles was a monster and that James Charles was hurting minors. Shane said he was planning to interview victims for the docuseries. He told me that something needed to be done to stop him from hurting more people.
Wait.
Over the course
wait.
of the next few weeks,
That didn't happen. Like,
What?
that's extremely interesting. So Shane Dawson's conspiracy palette documentary is an extremely vapid, fillery sort of like they had no idea what to do with it, and I find it extremely interesting that in the ideation phase of that documentary, Shane Dawson was planning on doing something like interviewing the victims of James Charles. Like, how did the documentary change from that? I also find it interesting that Tati's literally saying that she didn't think she needed any kind of proof of any of these allegations. All she thought was okay was for the king of YouTube to tell her it was true. Very odd.
Why would Shane lie?
Why would Shane lie? Why would Shane lie?
What conspiracies does he usually talk about?
Well, I've never seen one of Shane Dawson's conspiracy videos. I'm talking about his conspiracy makeup palette.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry. Yeah, my mistake.
Yeah, huge, sort of noob move, Jack.
weeks, he and Jeffrey fed me so much information that I felt sick. Almost every day, there was more information and new allegations. Eventually, I started believing what they were saying because they said they had evidence. By the time the drama around James Charles's promotion of Sugar Bear Hair reached its peak, I was beyond gaslit. Shane Dawson didn't just know about my Bye Sister video. He offered to help edit it. He even offered to design the thumbnail and help title it.
That's funny.
I declined his offer, but his gesture supported and reinforced for me that he was telling the truth. Why else would he jeopardize his career? So surely Jeffrey was telling the truth too. Keep in mind that up until this point, I didn't even know I was making a video. So how is it that so many editorial outlets knew that something was coming before I had even made a decision to
Have
film?
you got some water?
I struggled with the decision to film my video for
Stressed
days.
out.
The night before I did film, Jeffrey sent me what he claimed was
Is
an
it time
audio
for a
file
prayer?
from an alleged victim and told me to listen to the pain in their voice. The audio was clearly a small portion of a larger conversation. It wasn't enough for me to contact the authorities. It was enough to scare me.
Wait. What?
As a victim of abuse myself, I know how terrifying it is to think of facing public humiliation and legal proceedings.
I'm sorry. The
It wasn't my place to contact.
The voice memo the voice memo that Blair White talks about in her video is an extremely short audio thing that doesn't actually get to the point that James did things. It wasn't enough to actually, like, it made people concerned, but doesn't make it, like, what is this audio file? What does it contain?
It was only one piece of the puzzle.
Okay, alright, okay.
Authorities. It was not my place
Do you feel better now?
to contact authorities or the alleged victim, and I made no mention of it in my video. The night before posting...
Sorry, people are asking how Blair White is involved. She just made a video where she claimed that she heard audio that proved that James Charles is some kind of a sexual predator, or at least proved that somebody accused him of that, or at least suggested that something may have happened. That's all I can say.
No, wasn't it that she had proof, but she didn't provide the proof?
Yeah, but like, what proof?
Yeah.
Tati is throwing some cogs in that. She's throwing a monkey wrench into the machine here. I have no idea what this audio clip is. None. Zero. Alright, sorry. Please someone catch me up on everything? No, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm not going to do that again.
Watch the VOD.
Watch the VOD.
My video, Bye Sister. I texted Shane sharing my concerns for James Charles, that he was out of the country on the high floor of a hotel and I was afraid for him hurting himself. Shane texted me back and said that I should not be nervous about the 50th floor, that James Charles was a narcissist and that he would never do that. The day the video went up, Shane requested to come over to my home and film and document what was happening. I declined. After a few days of Jeffrey fanning the flames on Twitter, no victims appeared as they had stated would happen, and no evidence came forward as they stated would happen. The last time I spoke with either Jeffrey or Shane on the phone was the night before Jeffrey's "Never Doing This Again" video. Shortly after, the relationship dissolved entirely, and I was so confused.
Okay. So she was assured by them.
I bought into the
there would be,
conspiracy
like,
theory that what
victims
happened
would
was
come
all a
forward
social
after her video
experiment,
came out.
I guess.
and that maybe James Charles was even involved, and that there was going to be a big reveal in Shane's docu-series, and that I would be the fool who fell for it. Shane never reached out to check on me.
I'm sorry. So what she's telling us right now is that she accused somebody of being a predator because of a prank. They pranked her into it. They got her.
It was an epic troll move.
They got her with a prank. So good news, gang. This isn't going to change my video even a little bit, even the slightest bit. I was so nervous. We'll see.
I guess it's like, so. I forgot what I was going to say.
Okay. It's just,
that's such a good point too. Oh well.
Eggy Nexus, I think it might, maybe. We'll see. I'll have to think about it again, watch it a few more times. All right.
Oh, was it like they were using Tati to like sort of get a sense of how on board people would be with them doing like a big drama video on James? And then it was like, oh, bad reception, we'll not do that now.
Yeah, or something like that. But the problem is the reception was actually extremely good. You know, Tati's unpopularity, while I always hated her because I'm a hipster, people were really on Tati's side for like months, and millions of people unsubscribed from James Charles's channel because of it. So, you know, okay.
Yeah, so I don't get why James didn't just go for it at that point.
Shane, you mean? Yeah, I agree. Because there were no victims, probably, willing to come forward at least.
Yeah, but I don't know, if you've seen any of Shane's videos, you know he can make a fucking hour out of literally nothing, right?
Yeah, but
so even if there weren't victims, he could probably make something that looks damning to like...
I think this is like bordering on a crime, actually. Like, I don't know though.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Never shared the trailer with me. The last time we spoke on the phone was before Jeffrey's apology video, and I asked him to not include the drama in the series. He only texted me after the trailer was live with an audio message telling me
he
to
made a
not
video
worry
about
about
Tati
it.
that was negative to her.
Oh, wow.
The drama was only going to be one episode. For the next few months, I was tormented with subtweets and innuendo that there was a huge drama around the corner. I felt that I was a liability to them and that I knew too much, so I put all of my text messages and other files on a hard drive and told a few people that I was afraid for my life and had given everything to my lawyers. I was hoping that information would leak, as I thought it might keep me safe. My mental and physical health suffered. My businesses suffered. It was all I could do to pull myself together for the launch of Tati Beauty.
That's such a funny phrase. Oh.
That night helped me so much to everyone that came. Because I felt like I didn't have community
Sorry, I was away.
anymore.
What was the phrase?
And I was too ashamed.
It took all of me to pull myself together for the reveal of Tati Beauty.
About inviting anyone from my community. And I'm just so grateful to my subscribers that showed up for me.
Okay, I feel bad now because now I'm just like,
and I just hope
there's
that
now
you're
audio
still
of
there.
me laughing hysterically over Tati breaking down.
No, I mean, she's legit. Like, this is not fake tears.
I got a heart attack.
Like,
Last fall, I became so afraid to stay in
Please
my
don't
LA
cancel me,
home
Chad.
that I bulk filmed a lot of videos and I left town in October to get away from it all.
can I just say that if I were going to make a video like this, unironically, if I had a crying episode during it, I would actually pull the genius move of editing that out because it muddies the waters and it's poisoning the well. So
Yeah.
I would definitely edit that out. So it's, there is something inauthentic about the tears, even if they are authentic. She's using them to serve an end.
Yeah, that's what I was saying at the beginning. Like, there is clear editing moments. So, like, anything that doesn't contribute to what she's actually saying,
Right.
That is deliberate. That isn't like, oh, she just left it going.
It's really
right?
lowly
There are
edited, though.
cuts.
I mean, I haven't seen. There's not that many jump cuts, honestly. Very few.
Yeah, there are a few, but yeah. But like the point is that yes, it's a deliberate. It's not an incidental thing that she's crying during this. It's a deliberate choice to keep that in. Yeah.
I want to cry. I don't know how to cry on cue. I have to figure that out. Okay.
Oh, you're silly.
All right. That's me crying on cue.
I was so upset that I continued to lose weight. I couldn't sleep, and slowly I became a shell of my former self. I had intended on pursuing fertility treatments in 2019, but my mind and body were just too frail.
What the fuck is happening?
My mind and body were just too frail to support a pregnancy. It wasn't until the series ended in December, when
Your
James
body was
Charles
too
and I
frail?
met,
I don't know.
that I started to
what?
realize what had actually happened. Over the next few months, a few people have bravely come forward with more information, and the pieces of what we believe actually happened are coming together. Make no mistake, this is far from over. I've been terrified for a very long time, so much so that I had to relocate again 2 months ago, and I have taken
this is
serious
just part
security
one.
precautions to ensure my safety. On the advice of my attorneys, I cannot share with all of you right now the evidence that we have accumulated of the events that have occurred.
What events?
However, there will soon come a day where we will be able to present this
So
evidence,
is this whole video just I have
and you will
things
be able
to
to
say?
see why it is we believe that Jeffrey and Shane are responsible for so much of the damage that has been caused. I can tell you this. It's now my opinion that Jeffrey
is like
and
a
Shane were
like a
both
teaser
bitterly
trailer.
jealous of
Yeah, but she's actually not talking about accusations against James for the first time ever. She's just talking about accusations against Shane and Jeffrey. Now the unverified accusations have actually shifted their target in this sea of empty signifiers to move from James Charles, who we didn't have any provable accusations of, to Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson.
This is like so fucking like Lost, like one of those American soap operas where like nothing fucking happens, but then at the end of the episode they go, oh, but then and then next episode, well, we'll see.
People are saying, does anyone have context? Alice, there was it was in the New York Times. It was a huge deal. The Tati, I'm not judging anybody. I just realized it sounded like I was judging people for not knowing about James Charles drama.
Do you not know?
Do you not know? But it was a whole thing.
James Charles's success.
God, it's gonna be cool. Like a
Jeffrey
year from
resented
now when she does a
that
video
so much
saying,
of his
I'm so
business
sorry,
was
Shane
centered
Jeffries.
around his
But
biggest
Big Joel,
rivals,
though.
and Shane
He's
did not
the
like
asshole.
that James Charles wanted to make a
Big Joe
documentary.
misled me. I watched Big
Neither
Joe's
of them were
videos.
happy with standing in his shadow on YouTube anymore. I believe James Charles was gaining more followers and receiving more views and more press faster than anyone in the history on the platform. And it's also my opinion that Jeffrey and Shane needed James marginalized and out of the way for their November launch of the Conspiracy Palette along with Shane's merch. I've also recently been informed that Jeffrey is allegedly a co-owner of Morphe. Before the scandal occurred, I had also been told that James Charles was about to develop an entire cosmetics line with the owners of Morphe. This entire situation opens up a Pandora's box of speculation.
I'm sorry, that's huge. If that's true, if it's true that Jeffree Star is a partial owner of Morphe, I know that doesn't seem like a big deal, but that's a huge deal. That's extreme.
What is it?
Well,
Give me the deets.
well, it's just like the entire documentary has this vibe of it being like a difficult process to get the conspiracy makeup into Morphe and they sort of pose it as an antagonistic relationship between Morphe and Shane and Jeffrey, and the fact that, as it turns out, Jeffrey may or may not be a partial owner of Morphe completely rips out any of the non-existent suspense that existed in the Shane Dawson documentary. So not only it's very interesting. I don't think I can talk about it because, again, it's a completely unverified accusation. But
it's just a random things you throw in at the end. But yeah, I mean, I guess the only real like all that really means is that a video series is now kind of fake. But
yeah.
There's not like a massive
No, it's
consequence of
not.
that. But, yeah.
Well, I mean, I am going to talk in depth about the Shane Dawson conspiracy theory series.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, there you go. There's an easy follow-up.
Yeah. Again, says you have to, though, but it's not proven. It's another lie, probably. It's another fake thing. Okay.
Wait, that would be a crime?
No. I'm just saying that.
No. Sorry, I'm reading a comment that said that.
Oh, that would be a crime. I don't know.
That
It
would be
may
a
or may
crime?
not be a crime. I'm not sure.
I don't think it'd be a crime to pretend that you weren't a co-owner of a business.
It actually, I'm not sure. There could be some
You
intricacies.
could just claim
to
it
this.
was acting. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah.
But I'm just not sure anyone counted on this drama spreading like wildfire. It's my opinion that everyone involved got scared, and their plan changed multiple times as I refused to play along or engage with the drama over the next several months. A year later, it is now my opinion that James Charles was not their only intended target. I believe that there are many different people who have unclean hands in all of this, and there was a coordinated plan to keep me quiet and push me out of the way for other business reasons. I do not think it's a coincidence that Morphe is about to launch their own brand of hair, skin, nail gummy vitamins. I do not think it was just Shane and Jeffrey that stood to benefit
So
from
it's just like she's been fucking like 30 minutes saying, oh my god, these accusations were just thrown at me and I just believed them because I had like a bias against James. And now for the last 5 minutes is like, I heard this,
I'm sorry.
I think this, I don't think it's a stretch to think this. It's just...
Jack, did you just hear that? Did you hear that Morphe is planning to release gummy vitamins?
Oh!
Oh my god!
Wow.
It all comes around, baby. I'm sorry, am I clipping the audio?
Probably, it's fine.
It's all full circle now.
It's so fascinating.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's why there's like 30 minutes of rambling.
Who buys?
Because it needs to lead up to this.
Guys,
this moment.
How much money is the hair vitamin industry? How much money does that even make a year? How many people buy hair vitamins? Is it that common?
You'll find out.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, alright. That just made it all worth it. Just her saying that Morphe's gonna release a hair vitamin brand.
Am I being silenced? This was just too big. I think there were many players, and I have every intention of getting to the truth. In early May, when Jeffrey went on a podcast and denied responsibility for his involvement and placed blame on me, it was both cowardly and defamatory. Last week, when Shane issued his statements about his involvement in all of this, I also perceived them as cowardly and defamatory.
But you...
As for everyone else involved that did anything underhanded or defamatory over the last year, I am still well within the statute of limitations for bringing a civil action to seek recovery for my damages. Should I proceed with this course of actions, my attorneys will be deposing all witnesses who have information about the truth of what happened here.
Joel?
Me, yeah.
So for everyone else whose hands are dirty that have not yet come forward,
careful. I'm genuinely confused how a lawsuit about how how Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson were defamatory would not make her also defamatory. Like, she lied in an underhanded way for obviously business-related reasons. So I'm not quite seeing how she is on any kind... There should be a class action suit that...
Oh! Is this part of her legal defense? That, like, she
oh my
was
god,
tricked?
It could be.
She's using this to, like, show, like, look, I was tricked. You can see if you watch this video.
That could actually That could be it.
She's gonna use this, yeah. To be like, yeah, I may have been defamatory, but as you can see here from my YouTube video.
Oh my god. This is the best video I've ever seen in my life. This is the best one. Fuck your new Gordon Ramsay video. Okay, alright. Okay.
Thank you.
Of your allegiance, you don't want to be on the wrong
and
side of the truth.
what are those sticks in the back? Nobody knows.
I'm sorry I was unable to provide you with receipts that I'm sure you want. I've told you everything that I can right now. The remainder will be handled privately or at a time that I choose to speak publicly on it again. The incredible people who watch my videos because they love makeup as much as I do.
The only thing that this video has taught my audience is that I am truly an expert on Shane Dawson, James Charles, Tati Westbrook.
You were just whipping out them facts.
I just really know a lot about this. That's what my audience is learning.
What's Shane's
I'm
dog's
so sorry
names?
that this situation caused so much pain and
Shane's
frustration.
Pets' names?
Oh,
and
God.
I truly miss you all. And I'm working really
Fucking
hard.
fake!
To
Oh,
heal
it doesn't
myself.
know! Oh.
To become strong again. So that I can come back to this platform that I hold so dear.
Why can't Tati just say
Doing
that
a really
Shane
terrible
fucked the cat?
job.
True.
I'm not crying, Dad. I'm sorry.
This would be so much more explosive.
I have receipts that indicate. What is that?
And then it'll be like,
I just
I
want
was
to get my
misled
life back.
by Rice Gum into thinking that there were
I don't
receipts
wanna
about
feel
the cat fucking.
like this. For what?
For what, Tati?
In the description below this video,
Is
you're
her
going to
dad
find a
filming?
link where you can learn more about the Spirit Awakening Foundation that was founded by one of my biggest heroes and spiritual advisors,
James
Find the
Leo Graham.
GoFundMe for my court case.
Like, public thank you to you because this woman helped me
This video was sponsored
so
by
much.
Squarespace. If you would like a website.
She has this grace and love where even just one conversation just
Someone asked if I watched the
really
Blair White bit.
challenges you to look
know
at
I did,
things through the
baby.
scope of love and of only rehabilitating and of only loving through it. And
Rachel Legends.
I'm
Hell yeah.
grateful for the powerful women in my life
is
that
happening?
call to
Actually,
love
what is happening?
and that call to everything light.
I want to stop
and
watching this,
healing.
honestly.
And
I don't want to watch
I'm
this.
so grateful
so
for her and
close
her
to the
work
end.
that she is
I know.
doing to really
Can't stop now.
bring effective healing is important. It's an
This is
unusual
actually
type
really
of work.
interesting. At the end of her Bye Sister video, Tati talks for like 5 minutes, like a full 5 minutes, about how she knows she's an older woman in the makeup community and that people constantly try to silence her. It's like literally the darkest day of feminism, Tati Westbrook. It's the absolute lowest point of what anybody could ever call feminism. It is a disgrace. It's so weird. Okay.
What is this?
Speaking of feminism,
Hey, it's me.
Hey, H Bomber Guy
Feminism.
2.
it's the feminist.
Okay. I'll finish the video now. God, it's disgusting. Stuff like this makes me feel like I'm an anti-SJW YouTuber in like 2012 because I just can't
She's
stand
using
it.
her gender.
I cannot stand it. Ugh. Okay.
And I have spoken before for Voices of the Unheard, where you're giving voice to those who have been silenced. And I just want to take this time and like shine a little light on something good. And I've been supporting this amazing foundation for most of my adult life. They help kids that grew up in tough situations to reach their dreams and to change their
You
lives.
just end the video
All
by
of my
saying Black Lives Matter,
AdSense from
defund
this
the police.
video will be
I know,
donated to the
It's-
Spirit Awakening.
You know, honestly though,
and
Jack.
earmarked.
Honestly though, Jack, it's fucking disgusting that she's using this as to fund what sounds like a ridiculous vanity project to me. When literally the national, like, is she totally ignorant of the national
Well, she
conversation?
was,
right
she
now?
was using it. No, she understands the environment we're in because she starts the video being like, in these turbulent times.
Jesus Christ.
It's very like info, like one of those TV commercials you get after like COVID started, where they're like, "We know times are hard."
Could she say one thing about anything besides her own like vanity projects and vanity? Is that
Gummies
like...
are gonna be Black Lives Matter themed, so don't worry.
If she legitimately made like a little Martin Luther King, Black Lives Matter gummy, I would scream. I would say, you know what? It's done.
Give
I
you
have
Martin
to be okay with this.
Oh.
Oh God. Don't give money to her charity. Fuck all the people they're helping.
For their Spirit Home project
Oh.
that will construct a safe place for those kids to come
As an apology
seek
to
guidance
James,
and
we'll be
betterment
adding a
after
James
their
Charles
release
flavored
from
gummy.
juvenile boot camps. I appeal you to please take something from my hard lesson learned and be careful who you let influence your decisions. What you see in the media online and what you hear from friends is not always the truth. Do not allow yourself to be manipulated into doing harm in the name of justice. Try to seek peace. Try to find love.
No.
Try to hear others' truth.
Refuse.
People just want to be
I will
heard.
not.
So meet them with love
Don't
and
trust your
understanding.
friends. Trust Tati.
And I want you all to know that I love you
Time
and I
to
love this
defoo.
career so
Look at the way
much.
the light is like
I hope the
absolute.
sun's
I'm sorry.
going
I'm
down.
so sorry. Look at the. Oh, she made reference to it, but like, look at this absolute Twin Peaks shot of Tati Westbrook right here, with the light just pouring in on her face, her beautiful face. It's so weird to look at. Oh my God. Ah, it's
And it says a lot
It
that
look-
she immediately saw it when it happened.
true. I think that's a really cool shot. I really like that. Okay,
You gonna make that the thumbnail?
I'm gonna go for now.
maybe.
Perfect time. The sun is setting. Thank you
Like
for
Mother
listening.
Teresa.
Oh, she's
And I
so
hope this
excited.
Oh my
clears up enough for you to feel like you can forgive me.
I cannot.
Because that's really
I will
important
not.
to me. And
The
I'm
sun
still
sets.
working on healing myself. And I'm working through it.
Wait, she said as the sun sets?
And just thank you.
Nature is with
Even
her,
if the road stops
and that's
here.
why, you know, the vitamins
I've
are
had
really
more
powerful.
good than bad.
The sad
I'm
thing
really,
about this
really
video was
grateful
she
for
actually
that.
rented like a little
I
bird that was supposed
really
to fly
promised
in
to
onto
not
her
cry
shoulder
during this
at
video,
the
and
end
I
of the
just cannot
video.
do it.
The bird didn't want
It's
to come
been a lot
out.
of
That's
pain.
what she was crying about.
But I'm
I'd cry about that, so that's
turning to
fair.
God to get me through it. Where earlier in my life, I have to say I ran from God and I blamed him. I'm doing it different this time.
God hates you.
I hope there's a small part of this that can help you to feel like
I
you don't.
like.
Oh,
gonna go
you
to
joined the
heaven.
Westboro Baptist
Yeah,
Church.
I don't. Yeah, I'm officially like a hardcore asshole online. Okay, all right, alrighty. Okay.
I have
feel
to
good
hate
now?
people.
Yep. No, I feel
What's your
sick.
takeaway?
I feel
Fix
sick to my
anything.
stomach, Jack.
Even people that
Unironically.
you want to cancel. Don't cancel them. Don't hate them. Don't
there's so
spread
many
hate.
good
Really
lines.
actually do
I
that.
know.
Don't spread hate.
As the sun sets, we had, what was it?
You
the
can
gummy.
turn away and give your time to
The-
yourself or
My
to something
theory
else.
is
You
that
don't
David
have
Lynch
to live
directed
there.
this.
You don't have to participate.
It is very Lynchian. What was the line? It
It
was
does
like,
nothing.
it was so hard for me to something the gummy release or something.
I'm praying for
forgot
this
already.
pain
Wait.
to be healed, and I just want you guys to know that I love you so much. I don't know when you'll see me again.
Bye.
It was like
I
being,
don't know when you'll see me again.
was like being
Hopefully
friends
sooner
with a
than
lion.
later. But thank you for hearing me out. And at some point, I'll be back.
Okay.
And I hope that you will be back as well.
Okay.
All right. I love you all.
I love you. Bye, Tati. Bye, Tati. I love you. Okay. Wow. Wow, was that something? Wow, was that something, gang?
Analysis time.
No.
If you just did the whole video essay right now, you don't have to like edit or anything.
Somebody
just
asked.
say everything you have to say.
Somebody asked if my video's ruined. No, it is not. It is the same video. I might include like 3 sentences about this, but it is the same video.
Yeah,
Can
you
I see
can.
some more Joe Biden?
Yeah, I should have an
Yeah,
ad break. I should just have the Joe Biden ad and pretend it's an ad break. You know what I mean?
Where was the second ad? There was only one Joe Biden.
Oh, that's true.
I'm disappointed.
Who do you consider the king of YouTube? I think that'd be me or my GF, Lily, who's talking to us right now. Okay.
What about me?
The third person
Hello,
is Lily. Lily Mothcub. That's her last name, Mothcub.
True.
Okay. All right. Wow, a lot of people came to this. I was surprised. 402 people are here. No.
I guess this is like the only bearable way to watch this video.
True.
So, with us crying the whole time.
God damn it. That was a really moving experience for me, I got to admit.
Jack, can someone get me the quote? It was like something about her fighting back tears for the gummy
You'll
release.
see it in my
or something.
video, Jack. Don't you worry yourself.
Yeah.
Don't you worry.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Avoid giving the video more views. That's true, actually. Cool. Well, that was the time. I hope you enjoyed that. Hope you enjoyed
Thank
that.
you for sharing it with me.
Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Hi.